recording, or we're going to start recording the video so that other families can see it later. So, buenas tardes a todos y gracias por venir. Estamos grabando este video para poder compartir después con otras familias. And the purpose of our meeting tonight is to talk about our hopes and dreams for next year here at Vida Charter School. And as I shared with our staff recently, my hope and dream for the 2021-22 school year is to see all of our staff come back for another year of teaching and all of our students come back for another year of bilingual education, except of course our graduating sixth graders, and to have full classrooms and full kindergarten classrooms as well. Estamos aquí esta noche para hablar de nuestros sueños para el próximo año escolar. Y como he compartido con el personal de la escuela, mi sueño es regresar en el próximo año con todos los mismos maestros que están ahora en la escuela y con todos los estudiantes regresando otra vez a la escuela para seguir su educación bilingüe, excepto, por supuesto, los niños de sexto que se van a graduar. And I'm here with Ms. Nashelsky. She's going to help me present. And we have a few sixth grade students who we have asked to quickly share a little bit about their experience at Vida before we begin. Primero vamos a empezar con unas presentaciones breves de algunos estudiantes de sexto grado y después compartimos nuestra información con ustedes. Okay, so I'm not sure which sixth grader is going first. I know you guys have it figured out, but you can unmute yourself and share what you'd like to share.
Hi, I'm Julie Wani. I chose Vida because my dad knew Spanish and my mom knew English, and they wanted me to know Spanish to talk to my father. And I've had many different opportunities in Vida. A good experience I've had is hanging out with my friends and having a nice time with them. I encourage for kids to stay at Vida because there are teachers that teach you one step at a time. In sixth grade, I look forward to going to camp and other things.
Hi, my name is Johan. My parents made me come to Vida because they wanted me to have more opportunities and have a better jobs. I'm really looking forward for field day. I want kids to come to Vida because it's a really cool school and there's really good teachers and fun stuff to do here, and they give you really cool things to do. And yeah.
Hola, buenas tardes. Yo me llamo Yaretsi y yo estuve en Vida por 7 años. Yo tenía buenas experiencias aquí en mi vida, como las excursiones. Una cosa que estoy muy emocionada por este año es las excursiones. Yo creo que Vida es una buena escuela porque es bilingüe y tu niño se puede comunicar con más personas.
Hola, soy Javier y soy en sexto grado. Yo fui a Vida porque Me empezaba a olvidar español y mi mamá no quería eso porque ella sabía que español le va a ayudarme en el futuro. Me gusta vida porque tú aprendes español y inglés, pero al mismo tiempo puedes ser entretenido. Como una vez en tercer grado cuando hacemos un baile y era muy divertido. Ah, yo espero para usar los imprimidoras de tercer dimensiones y para ayudar a hacer el anurario en arte.
So our students always say it best. Los estudiantes siempre comparten mejor que los adultos el porqué de por qué deben de quedarse aquí en la escuela vida.
Sí, es cierto, es cierto. Aquí rápidamente vamos a mostrar otra vez, todos ustedes ya saben todo lo que amamos tanto de esta escuela Vida Charter School. So we're just going to quickly go through a couple of things that you already know and love about Vida. So here on the screen, you can see our shared values that our students, staff, families, and board members helped us to recreate last year as we went through our comprehensive planning. And in addition to that, our holistic education encompasses the 3 pillars of dual language, which we can also show you here, that you know again that we really want our students to leave Vida after 6th grade completely bilingual and biliterate, achieving on grade level or above grade level in their academic areas. And that means math and science and social studies and reading. And we also want our students to develop the sociocultural competence. So those are the 3 pillars of dual language. Son las 3 pilares de educación bilingüe aquí en Vida que pueden ver. Y es lo que esperamos para nuestros estudiantes cuando salen de la escuela a partir del 6º grado. Y esto se puede ver también en la visión de la escuela que aquí aparece. And here you can see, of course, our school vision, which encompasses those 3 pillars. This was also revisited last year in our comprehensive planning process, but this very much is the original vision of Vida when it was founded over 10 years ago, just with a little changing in the words. So in addition to the 3 pillars, we also expect our students to be real world problem solvers and of course, healthy in body and mind. Aquí se ve la visión de la escuela que incluye las 3 pilares de educación bilingüe y además queremos que los niños sean solucionadores de problemas en un mundo real y saludables de cuerpo y de la mente.
From research on the development of a dual language program and of a person who's developing as a person who is bilingual, we know that these benefits of bilingualism are most accessed after a student has completed an education like what we can offer at Vida, one that goes all the way up through 6th grade. And those benefits can be academic, economic, social, cognitive, all of what you heard from Vida students are what we see as benefits for people who are bilingual within the world. Obviamente los beneficios de ser bilingüe no son solo académicas ni económicas, pero también social, cognitivo también. At Vida, though, one thing that we do so well and so differently that really sets us apart is that we also have a healthy lifestyles integration of wellness. And this is something that we're really proud of at Vida, and that allows students to develop foundationally, not just in the areas that they're developing as bilingual people, but also as healthy people, healthy of mind and of body, as they continue in their education. Además de los beneficios de ser bilingüe, tenemos también aquí en la escuela vida los beneficios de el currículo y también de la manera de ser, del estilo de vida saludable que practicamos cada día aquí en la escuela. Hay aquí 3 imágenes de este año. And the way that we nurture students and support them in building healthy self-concepts and also relationships to their peers, the way that we make sure that they're able to work through complex conflicts is through our responsive classroom philosophy that guides how we teach students to relate to their education and to their social environment. También aquí en la Escuela Vida tenemos algo más especial. Hablamos sobre lo socioemocional. Hablamos de cómo resolver conflictos entre estudiantes y eso forma la base de el autoconcepto, pero también la manera de resolver conflicto entre estudiantes y crear amistades buenos en el futuro.
So something that we want to share with you this afternoon in this meeting is looking forward to next year and some of the potential configurations that we might experience in our upper grade level classrooms. And we have this meeting every year to help our families to learn what different ideas we have and give you an opportunity to ask some questions. And when we design our classroom setup for the higher grades, here you see some of the factors that come into play. Estamos aquí esta tarde para hablar con ustedes viendo hacia el próximo año escolar y algunas de las potenciales combinaciones de salones en los grados superiores en la escuela. Y cada año tenemos esa reunión con las familias para compartir algunas ideas y oír sus preguntas y sus ideas de ustedes. These are some of the factors that we will be discussing in our upcoming meetings with staff and with our board members as we plan for next year. We are in the time of year where we are enrolling new students, re-enrolling our current students, and thinking about what our classroom sizes will look like for the coming year as we plan our school budget. Estamos en el momento de reinscribir a nuestros estudiantes, inscribir a algunos estudiantes nuevos de kinder para el próximo año y tener conversaciones con el personal de la escuela, con la mesa directiva y la planificación del presupuesto del próximo año escolar. So when we look at changing our classroom setup for the coming years, we are looking really carefully at how many students are returning in every grade level. And we're asking families to let us know what your plans are for your children returning to Vida in the next year. And as I mentioned before, we're also looking to fill 2 kindergarten classes or more. If we could fill a 3rd class, that would be amazing. So we're also here to ask families to help us spread the word about Vida and tell other people how much you love the school. Have your students tell their friends how much they love the school so that we can interest more families in enrolling their kids. Estamos viendo la posibilidad de que nuestros estudiantes regresen cada año y cuántos estudiantes va a haber en los grados superiores. Y también, como he mencionado, estamos muy interesados en inscribir estudiantes nuevos y les pedimos a las familias, por favor, ayudarnos a compartir con otras personas qué es la Escuela Vida y por qué lo aman ustedes también. So what you see on this slide is a visual that represents our current arrangement of classes in the upper grades. And this is my hope and dream for next year, to remain at this size or potentially grow a little bit in the upper grades that would allow us to keep 2 3rd grade classes just as we have now, 2 4th grade classes, 2 5th grade classes, and a single 6th grade class. And you can see that our maximum class size for any of these grades is 25 students. So with this model, we are imagining that number of students will return next year. Lo que pueden ver aquí es el mismo modelo que tenemos ahora en este momento en los grados superiores de vida, entre tercero y sexto grado. Tenemos 2 salones de tercero, 2 de cuarto, 2 de quinto y un solo salón de sexto grado. Y cada clase puede tener hasta 25 estudiantes. Por eso les digo que esta es la estructura que esperemos seguir en el próximo año.
Depending, of course, on enrollment numbers, different combinations have to be considered. Based on those many complex factors, we have to think about what alternatives would be possible for your students if we saw fewer than 25 students within the grade level. This is an example of a potential combination were there to be 25 or fewer students in the 3rd grade cohort, in the 4th grade cohort. That would lead to models as they exist now, where one teacher would teach in English and one teacher would teach in Spanish, and share the 3rd grade and the 4th grade. Within this model, the 5th grade and the 6th grade, with this concept in mind, would look the same as it does currently this year. Pensando obviamente en las posibilidades, en la posibilidad que vamos a tener menos estudiantes que 25 o más en el grado de tercero y de cuarto, necesitamos también pensar en otras opciones. Una posibilidad es esta combinación presentado aquí de una clase de tercero y otra clase de cuarto compartidos entre 2 maestros y no mezclar los estudiantes entre los salones de tercero y de cuarto, mantenerlos separados, pero tener 2 maestros trabajando juntos, uno en inglés, otro en español, para enseñarlos durante el año. En esta posibilidad, los estudiantes de quinto y de sexto todavía están en la estructura que tenemos este año, de 3 maestros compartiendo dos clases de quinto y una clase de sexto. With yet another iteration in mind, if we find that there is 1 4th grade, 1 6th grade, and sufficient students for 2 3rd grades, as we currently have this year, then we would once again have to be creative and think about the way to best combine students. In this proposal, there would be 1 4th grade class and 1 6th grade class that would be shared between 2 teachers. This would work well with our language and content allocation plan, where math is taught in English or in Spanish and changes to the other language the year afterwards. And there would be 2 5th grade classes taught by 2 teachers who shared those students between them, teaching in English, one of them, and in Spanish, the other. And there would be, just as there is currently, a 3rd grade teacher who taught in Spanish and a 3rd grade teacher who taught in English, sharing 2 cohorts of students. En esta posibilidad, es una opción que representa la posibilidad de tener solo una clase de cuarto y una clase de sexto, porque tenemos un plan de lenguaje y contenido que significa que enseñamos matemáticas, por ejemplo, en inglés un año y el próximo año lo enseñamos en español. Esta combinación toma eso en cuenta. Y como ya tenemos 2 clases de tercero enseñados por 2 maestros, no hay un cambio aquí. En el caso de quinto, esta posibilidad representa que en esta posibilidad tenemos un maestro enseñando en inglés en quinto y otro maestro enseñando en español.
Right now at Vida, our second grade class includes a total of 29 students. So next year, hopefully all of those 29 kids will return to third grade. And when the students move from second grade to third grade at Vida, they literally move from our lower grade level wing to the second floor, and the third graders become part of the upper grade level wing. So it's sort of like a milestone for these students. We actually have some third grade teachers on, so I would invite them to share if they'd like to, but we just added a couple pictures here to show you some of the special experiences when kids move to third grade, one of which we had to suspend this year, which is the choir program, but hopefully we'll be able to reinstitute. And we had some art projects that were shared by Ms. Baez, our new art teacher this year. And she has shared that the students in third grade are getting into some 3D design building with Legos and some units that really give them an opportunity to express their identity, which is what you can see there on the left through a self-portrait collage activity. Estamos compartiendo que en segundo grado este año son 29 estudiantes, y esos niños cuando regresan el próximo año al tercer grado se mudan al pasillo del segundo piso. Así que van de los grados menores a los grados superiores. Y estamos mostrando aquí unas fotos de experiencias que tienen empezando en tercero, que incluye el coro de la escuela y algunos proyectos de arte de la maestra de arte. Y tenemos aquí maestras de tercer grado que también tal vez pueden compartir en un momento. These are just some fourth grade pictures. Our special activity for our fourth graders, of course, is our school band, that we are in our second year now with the school band. And so that is something that we hope our fourth, fifth, and sixth graders will take advantage of each year. And
these are pictures from last year.
Yes. Many of these pictures include pictures from last year. Aquí pueden ver el cuarto grado. Una experiencia especial que empieza en cuarto para los estudiantes de Vida es participar en la banda, en el programa de instrumentos. And we have some fifth grade pictures to share. Here you can see a picture of our fifth graders. They already took a field trip to the National Aquarium. There are some more recent pictures there too of students working with clay as part of their art class with Ms. Baez. And we also have a couple of fifth grade teachers present. So in a moment here, they can also share, if they'd like to share from their perspective, some of the special activities that they have done with fifth graders this year. And sixth grade, of course, we really do want our sixth graders to come back year after year. And I'm going to let Ms. Nashelsky talk a little bit more about that.
So I am going to dig into some of the great opportunities that are available for sixth graders, but I really want to present this as the capstone for all of the students that we're talking about, whether families are considering whether to continue enrolling their children for fourth grade or fifth grade or sixth grade for the coming school year. So voy a hablar rápidamente sobre las posibilidades para los estudiantes, específicamente para los estudiantes de sexto, pero quiero pensar de estas oportunidades no solo para los estudiantes del año que viene de sexto, pero también para los estudiantes que entran el año pasado, el año que viene cuarto o quinto, porque estas posibilidades van a existir en el futuro también. So we have this STEM curriculum, which we have implemented in past years, that is also tied to writing. STEM, of course, is science, technology, engineering, and math. And this is something that really sets our sixth grade apart. Tenemos un currículo de ciencia, tecnología, ingeniería y matemáticas que hace el sexto toda una experiencia muy, muy especial en el contexto de vida, de la escuela Vida. Y cada unidad en el programa de STEM está conectado a la escritura en inglés y en español. And here is that same slide in English, and this video will be made available publicly if you'd like to spend some time reading this. we have our robotics program with images displayed here. Tenemos el programa de robótica con imágenes aquí. We have EV3 Lego Mindstorm robots that students have access to as they enter 6th grade. Tenemos una robótica muy especial que se llama EV3 Lego Mindstorm. Los niños tienen acceso a ese robot en 6º grado y usan las computadoras para programar el robot. They use the computers to program these robots. Students in the 6th grade of Vida learn a lot through the STEM program about how to be a leader and how also to be a supportive member of a group. Algo también muy especial conectado al programa de STEM es que los niños aprenden cómo ser un líder, pero también cómo participar de una manera útil adentro de un grupo. You can see some of that group work happening here. 6th grade is also when students get to do outdoor learning. They have an outdoor education experience. This year will be our 2nd annual outdoor learning experience. We weren't able to move forward with it last year, and we were very sad not to be able to. This will be at Camp Nawakwa this year, and it will be 3 nights. En 6º grado, los estudiantes también tienen una oportunidad de aprender afuera, de tener educación afuera. Este año vamos a tener esa experiencia en Camp Nawakwa por 3 noches. And during that camp, we of course do a lot to build the community that is 6th grade, but also to build a lot of independence and self-confidence in students. It's the capstone of the experience at Vida. Durante ese tiempo de acampar, los estudiantes hacen mucho en conjunto, pero también hacen mucho para como terminar la experiencia y lo que fue el tiempo en la escuela Vida. Crean la comunidad, pero también empiezan a pensar del futuro. You can see students are cooking together, they're doing stream study. There's of course an amazing campfire led here by the Alvarez family, and there's journaling. Pueden ver aquí que hay un estudio de un río, que los estudiantes están cocinando juntos, tocando música y cantando con la familia Álvarez de la Escuela Vida y también escribiendo. And of course, what I personally find to be the most impressive part of being a 6th grader here at Vida is what it means for a student to be a 6th grader and also the oldest student at the school. And that is that students step into leadership because they are who knows best what it means to be a Vida student. They are the actualization of our Vida vision. And that is something that's really special. If you go to a typical middle school, the 6th graders are the babies. They are not the leaders on the campus. But here at Vida, they are who know best how to be a Vida student. And we rely on them and give them opportunities to be that. Lo más especial, en mi opinión, de ser un estudiante de 6º en la Escuela Vida es que actualizan la visión de la Escuela Vida, porque saben mejor cómo ser un estudiante de Vida, saben eso mejor que cualquier otro estudiante en el edificio. Y demos muchas oportunidades a los estudiantes de la Escuela Vida para entrar y ser un líder adentro del edificio. So at this point, we are going to open up to questions. Ahora vamos a ofrecer familias la oportunidad de compartir preguntas, and I am going to stop recording.